So this is another EG hatch that I went to go view.
So when I take my flight, my wings don't catch a light. I pray it be alright.
Guys, I just found a EG6, the white one. It's like right in front of the trucks. There's a turning down, there's a turning down. I'm gonna lose that car. I've never seen it before. Where did it go? Oh, there's it. It's actually pulling over. Need to turn around. Okay, there's it, guys. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna film this, but I'm gonna stop this guy and ask him if he doesn't want to sell. Looks like it's SA registered as well. There's the car, there's the car. Oh, I'm so nervous now. I don't even know if he's gonna accept the offer or what. I'm approaching the gate now. I don't even know what I'm gonna say. Hi there, sir. You alright? Alright. Okay guys, so here is the car. Just had a word with the owner now. Very cool guy. I'll try to convey the whole storyline behind this car and conversation we had. But this is the car, guys. I'll tell you guys something very interesting. As you guys have seen, the car's left and right. But this little badge here is actually where the car initially came from in Canada. That's where the car was sold. So that to me is priceless. That's something very, very interesting. This is the car in a nutshell. It's actually SI factory roof, cruise control, left and drive, etc. Not quite sure why these are on the headlights. Very cool car, very cool guy. Can't tell you guys what's going to happen moving forward from here. In future, hopefully I can elaborate if I'll be getting this car or not. So I'm gonna get going. I don't wanna, be a creep and stalk this car all the time, even though I really want to.
But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo.
But I also need to finish up some work stuff. The story about this car makes me want it even more. It's a very cool story. Long story short, he obviously also saw the car. This was about 9 years ago. I think it was a lady driving it. She was a doctor, lived in Canada. They brought 2 cars down. They brought that car on a Jeep. Obviously got the lady, and like everyone else, he declined his offer. He did take down a number and he asked her if he could maybe message her or phone her every 6 months. And he did that for 2 years. 2 years is gone by and I think he lost the number. Listen to this, how crazy is this? So he lost the number, then someone saw the car being sold at Honda Tigerberg, and then he saw the car and he couldn't find the lady's number, and he asked one of the salesmen to get her number or whatever, and they obviously kind of didn't want to give it because they also wanted to buy it for themselves. That's my TV! Anyway, he got a number and he phoned her, and she told him immediately, I've been trying to get hold of you but I lost your number. So they both lost each other's numbers. Anyway, she said immediately, yo, you can go buy the car, whatever. He made a plan, they serviced the car, etc. And he now owns the car right now. Okay, a few years go by. Multiple guys obviously asking him to resell or sell the car, etc, etc. So here's another story now, and this is actually the sad part for me, because this might lead to me not obviously owning the car. But so he obviously has a son is into cars. He has multiple other cars. I think the son really liked that car, and the son I think was 4 years old, where he basically told him, yo, that this will be your car one day. And knowing as a kid, like, I mean, if I remembered my father told me, I'm going to teach you how to drive when he turned 13.
Today I'm going to show you how to drive a car. What kinds of films go like...
And when I turned 13, I bugged him so much. I even started driving before that because I couldn't wait anymore. If I was 4 and my dad told me that, I would never forget it. It came to the serious point where they were actually about to sell the car, and as they were about to sell it, the son actually started crying, and he was like, yo, why are you crying? And then the son was like, but that's my car. You know, like the song where Rick Ross says, that's my car.
That's my car. Ricky, you ain't never gonna get that car.
Anyway, so that happened and he obviously felt some type of way and then he declined the guy's offer, etc. I think the son is now reaching the time of obviously getting his license, and I do think that it's extremely difficult for the son to let go now because the car belongs to the son. I mean, imagine having the car not really being able to own it because of, you know, you don't have a license, etc. And I understand that, but I do hope that he changes his mind and he actually does consider me buying the car, because I've had my eyes on that specific car for a very long time, and it's crazy how I actually got it right now. Maybe it's fate, maybe I will own the car, maybe I won't.
Don't worry, you're gonna get that car someday, Ricky. Bows.
But I hope I do, because as we are speaking right now, I'm checking out multiple different cars. I hate the fact that owners nowadays give you this whole description of don't waste time, don't waste time. You are wasting our time by telling me that the car was never in an accident. The car doesn't have rust. Then I come there and the car is fucking filled with rust. Anyway, that's where I am right now, where I'm looking at multiple different cars and they're just not what they seem like. So yeah, you guys will hopefully see a car soon. I believe it, guys, it's here. Yeah. And I will remain in contact with that EG6 and a few other EG6s as well, because I mean that is probably the car that I would really want in the end. But yeah, I ended off with the son. Hopefully he comes across the channel and would like to maybe see us build the car, maybe with his assistance and maybe, you know, with him being on the channel as well. That will actually be pretty cool. Anyway, I'm gonna end of the section. Peace. Yo guys, so this is another EG hatch that I went to go view. I was actually very excited about this one because it already had a B series motor and gearbox in. As you guys know, most of the EG hatches normally come in D series. Then also, as you guys can see over here, I'm moving to the interior part of the car. The interior is actually in very good nick, besides obviously it being full of trash. But this is something that I was actually very excited for, because the interior seems in very good nick and most of these parts are actually very difficult to find. Yes, they do share the same or some of the parts of our local EGs or EG sedans. But as you guys can see over here, everything seems in good nick. I'm just checking if there's any accident damage, etc. And then over here, I'm trying to show you guys the bottom section of the car, which I didn't do a very good job at. However, I must say that this car is not too bad underneath. It looks actually very good than a lot of EKs that I have viewed in Cape Town. Then over here, just going back into the car, releasing the handbrake so that we can reverse the car out and have a better look at what the car looks like. Overall, I must say that this car does look very good. So before we actually have a look at what the car looks like outside, I just climbed in the car again and just went through all the gears and see if everything is in good nick. At this point, it does seem like everything is very good. I felt like the gears were going in very smooth and everything seemed like everything was good. Then on the passenger side, I noticed that there's a dictator with some wiring which does seem incomplete. I also just had a look at the roof lining. The roof lining looks very good, dash looks very good. And then over here I'm suggesting that in future, if I do get the EG hatch, I'll most likely be adding the center console of the 180E that we have locally by us. Over here I'm just going once again through the gears, making sure that everything is good. So then we eventually get out of the car and show you guys what the car looks like from the outside. This is what the rear looks like. It has a diffuser in it, has a set of 15s on, not quite sure what wheel it is. Obviously mismatch wheels, silver and gold. And then over here just showing you guys the passenger side underneath the car. As you guys know, these are usually problem areas on EGs and EKs. Then also just showing you guys what the wheel well looks like. It looks like they have tried to roll the arches and kind of remove some of the paint. And then also you guys are picking up that there is some red underneath the paint. So yes guys, this is or was a red car. Here you guys can see as well in the boot, this is a red car which was sprayed white. This is also just where we're looking and seeing if there's any rust. This is also an area that is kind of problematic on an EG or a EK. I think Dane picked up a little hole over there as well. And this is also another problem area just underneath the fender because of the water that falls down from the wiper tray and usually rusts this area. This is just a better look at what the engine bay looks like. Everything does seem kind of intact. There is a few things that are missing, etc. However, overall the main thing is that there is a B series motor and gearbox in the car. And this is also the driver side underneath the fender. Yo guys, so this video is actually going to be the sad video or the sad reality of all the videos that I made now recently with regards to trying to find EG6. Unfortunately, I am not getting a Honda EG hatch. And the reason for that is, as you guys have seen in most of these videos, the owners that have these EG6s do not want to let go. They either want to keep it for themselves or they want to, give it down to the next generation, referring to a family member, a son, etc. And I totally understand that, and that is what I would do if I owned one as well. I would actually never let it go. So I'm coming on here to let you guys know that I will not be getting an EG6 or an EG hatch. Maybe in future, that is still on the cards. And the new car that I am getting, or that I have already gotten, is not an EG hatch. But yeah, I am happy with the purchase that I made, like I've mentioned in prior videos, and I'm very excited to show you guys what the car is. We are slowly but surely coming to the reveal. I think that it will be in the next video, so I hope you guys are excited. Then I do hope that you guys enjoy this whole process of me showing you guys all the cars I went to go view. Yes, there is a few other cars that I did not show, but I do feel that those cars were maybe not worth showing really. A lot of them were actually, rust buckets, etc. But these cars that I have shown is actually cars that I really wanted to buy. The white EG with the B series motor in is something that I was actually going to buy. I met up with the owner's family member or friend. He was like kind of the guy that was assisting me with the whole transfer, etc. When it came close to actually buying the car, the owner actually backed out, so that was very unfortunate. And maybe in future I can maybe still eventually buy that car, who knows. So another reason why I would say that I'm unable to get an EG hatch is obviously because South Africa did not get these cars. So most of them are from Namibia, etc. So I'm not quite sure if you guys are aware, but if you want to own a Namibian car and keep it in South Africa, you can buy it from the owner, and then I think every year he needs to kind of renew the license. So that is something that I didn't really want, because it's as if I won't really be owning the car. I know there is a few other ways of doing it. To my understanding, in this process, I was told that the car would have to go back to Namibia, and then I think that it would have to go to a dealership, and the dealership needs to assess the car and basically give an estimated price as to what the car is worth. Then that amount they use somehow, which you need to then pay the owner for the car, and then there's some other payment based off what the dealership says the car is worth. I think half of that amount, and then something to that effect, you eventually get to own the car. I'm speaking under correction. This videos have been filmed some time ago, and I've lost a lot of this information, and I hope you guys that maybe do know a little bit more will maybe mention it in the comment section, and maybe just enlighten the whole process of actually owning or transferring a car that is from another country to your country or our country. This is the sad reality, and this is what I unfortunately have to deal with. But like I said, extremely happy with the car I have, and this is not the end of an EG6 or EG hatch hunt. In future, I believe that I will eventually own one. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please do like and subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
to the ceiling. You could try to stop me. You just gonna end up being a stepping stone.